Hi, it's Steve from Living a Frugal Life. Join me in my kitchen as I prepare 3 healthy frugal meals for my family. So it's Monday, the oven's going to be on. I'm going to be putting in a pork roast into the oven. And so I'm going to make a blueberry sponge cake. And I was going to show you from scratch, but I kind of already started. So this is just the flour. There's 3 eggs in there. I'm going to whisk this all up, and then I'll add the blueberry mix, and I'll take you along for the journey. So it's beating away really nicely there. I put in some lemon zest. So I have my Love Heart cookie tray. I don't know what you call this thing, but on a cooking sheet, okay? It's a mold, I suppose, for the cake. So I'm going to just pour in half of the batter. And the reason I'm only putting in half the batter is because I want to do the blueberries. So I'm actually going to cook the first part of the sponge cake first, and then I will add the fresh blueberries. So while the sponge is in the oven cooking, I'll just leave the rest of the mix on the countertop, and the blueberries that were in the freezer, I will just leave them on the countertop just to kind of thaw out a bit. And the reason why I'm doing it in 2 parts is because the weight of the blueberries and the sponge, they all just sink to the bottom, and I kind of want it in between. It's still going to sink, but it will be a little bit level. And these are beautiful blueberries. Look, they're so big. Look, absolutely gorgeous. So that's what we're doing. But in the meantime, while that's happening, I'm going to be putting the pork roast in. So it is a Mesquite barbecue pork loin fillet, and it was originally let's go down here. It was originally $6.02. It's been in the freezer for a little while. Let's see. Yeah, since January. Anyway, it was 30% off, so you know that's going to be good. There's going to be 2 in here, and I'm going to pop this into the oven while the sponge is in there. And then I'm going to do them, peel some potatoes and carrots, and that's what we're going to be having for our dinner tonight. So here you have the pork, mesquite pork taken out of the bag, and it's in a Pyrex dish. But something that I like to do, that I find that when you're cooking pork, it kind of can dry out, and I like to smear the whole top of it with applesauce. This is the Lidl brand, unsweetened, and this is what I like to do. So let me just show you, okay? I put a nice generous layer down the top, okay? And I just smear it over it. That into the sink. And once that's done, I like to season with like pepper and salt, Himalayan salt, and some garlic salt on top. I know it's already seasoned in the bag and everything, but just to give it an extra vump, the applesauce will caramelize on top, and the pork will be just so tender. It'll be absolutely delicious. So I'm going to pop this into the oven. The oven is at 400 degrees currently. So here we are back at the sponge cake, and as you can see, it has set a little bit. It's still very, very runny, right? But it has set a little bit. So now this is the opportunity to put in the blueberries, and you can see them. They're kind of getting cradled, like in a cloud of the sponge mixture. Just want to make sure that every little piece has a bite of blueberry. Yeah. Let's see. I think that's a good amount, right? Yeah, I think that's more than enough. So let me get the rest of the mixture, and I'll pour it on top and show you what it looks like. But first, yeah, look at that. It's from the blueberries. It's okay. It's all washable. So there you have it. I covered the rest of the blueberries as best that I could with the mixture. And I didn't go too over the top because I don't want it to spill over. So we're going to put that back into the oven on the top rack. You can see the pork is in there cooking away. And there's the, yeah. Use your oven at the one time, cook everything at one time. So I have a big pot of potatoes ready to go on the stove. When I'm cooking mashed potatoes, I always do a lot because potatoes freeze. Let me see, what was that? I missed that. Okay, potatoes freeze. Mashed potatoes freeze amazingly, but also mashed potatoes will stay in your fridge for 5 days. So cook once, eat multiple times. It's a really good tip. And you can flavor them differently. You can put garlic in them. You can put, you know, anything you want in them. My son actually likes turmeric potatoes where I put the turmeric seasoning in. I'm not doing that this time, but you can do that. So this will be going on the stove next. So next up is the carrots. I'm going to obviously clean these up and get them ready for steaming, but I'm also going to do enough for 2 days, today and tomorrow's dinner, because there should be enough pork left over. And same as with the potatoes, cook once, eat twice. So the carrots are already cleaned and chopped up to go on top of the steamer. They're actually in a steamer tray, so just to put some water in here. And I'll do the carrots to go with the mesquite pork. So next up we'll set the table for dinner tonight. While we're waiting on everything to cook, that wasn't good, was it? I just checked on the sponge and it is not completely ready. But soon it'll be ready. I'll grab that one over there in a minute. Get some glasses. Do you set the table at night for your family? It's something I've always done and I've always loved doing it. So there you have it. Table is set, and about maybe 10 minutes before dinner is ready, one of my sons will come down and fill the glasses with water. So we drink water every night with our dinner. I don't know what you drink, but that's what we drink. Yeah, so it's another job done while we're waiting on the cake and to come out of the oven. And in a few moments, I'll put the big pot of potatoes on and the carrots that we're having with it. So there, let's take a moment now. So let's take a look and see if the sponge cake is cooked. So a little while ago, I covered the whole thing with aluminum foil just to make sure, because the top was getting a little, yeah, a little crispy. Well, not crispy, but more golden than I would have liked. Ooh, so let's take a look. Sorry about that. I was using a balancing act to check. So I have a little skewer. So let's do the test. It's clean. Yum. Yeah, it's cooked perfectly. So I'm going to rest it up on the, I don't know what you call these. Oh yeah, the cooling rack. I have one of these ones. So I'm going to put it up here to cool and cover it. So look at that in all its glory. So this will be dessert this week. We have some vanilla ice cream and we have some birthday cake ice cream. But yeah, it looks delicious and smells really, really good. So it's going to cool for a good, you know, maybe an hour or so before we have dessert, because we have dinner still cooking away. But in the meantime, the carrots are steaming away and the potatoes are in here and the pork is sizzling with the apple on top. Yum. Okay. So while I'm waiting on the potatoes to cook and the pork to cook, I am going to make overnight oats really quickly with 3 ingredients. I'm going to be using the blueberries, some oats and some milk. And it's just a 3-step process and it comes out delicious. So I have this really nice little small jug, if you can see that. And these are only like serving size mason jars, so not big. So just enough size for your breakfast, for your oats. Yeah, put a little bit on the countertop there. I'm not watching what I'm doing. Okay, so I'll put that off to the side like that, and then I will get the blueberries in here. So I'm using a spoon to save my hands. Anyway, put 1 or 2 more in these. They're big. Look how beautiful they are. And remember, these are frozen, okay? And so right on top of that, I'm just going to pour the milk. And we like it generous. So I kind of come up to, yeah, right there. See the way there's a little line on the top of the glass? These are mason jars, by the way. Hopefully I have enough milk and I don't have to run out to the garage to get another one, but hopefully I do. Perfect. And you'll see it going down and coming down over it. And so I'll just top up a little bit on the top. That one needed an extra little bit there. And I'll put the lids on. So there you have, the lids are on. I like to give them a quick shake. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but I like to just to kind of mix it all up. I'll pop it into the fridge. Nice little space up here. And breakfast will be ready for tomorrow morning. Nice and healthy, grab and go while we're heading out to school in the morning. Really quick and cost effective. And they can either grab orange juice or a V8. So I'll put these beside them so they'll know to grab that of each in the morning. There we go. And that will make it easier for them. Really quick, really simple. There you go. Breakfast tomorrow. Look at that. Look how juicy that is with the apple on top. Delicious. So I cut the slice, and here is the inside of that. Isn't that just beautiful? So we're gonna have a bit of ice cream dessert. And there you have it, a beautiful sunset to end a lovely day, a great dinner with my family. It's winter here, but that sunset is just divine, isn't it? So lucky. Have a great one, everybody. Bye-bye.